Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Watch World, and today we are going to be looking at whether these Alpha Explorers are the best affordable alternative to its inspiration, the Rolex Explorer. So guys, I hope you are all doing well. It's been a long time since I've posted an episode. I apologise for that. Things have just been crazy with work and things at home and stuff like that. But we are back and we are looking at these two Alpha Explorers. Homages to the Rolex Explorer 1. The one here on the nylon strap is the 36mm version. And the one on the stainless steel bracelet is the 39mm version. Aside from the case sizes, both watches have an inner lug width of 20mm and a thickness of 11.5mm. The 36mm watch has a lug-to-lug of 43.5mm and the 39mm watch has a lug-to-lug of 47mm. So all round, both of these watches have great specs that fall well within the sweet spot for most people's wrists. So inside these watches are seagull movements. Now, it doesn't specify what kind of movement on Alpha's website, but from doing a little digging around online, I believe they are seagull TY2806 movements. These are automatic movements with hacking and hand wind. They feature 21 jewels, beat at 21,600 beats per hour, and have a 36-hour power reserve. The watches feature a mixture of both brushed and polished finishes. We have brushed finishes on the lugs, and then the bezel and sides of the case are highly polished. This is a nice blend of both, and has been tastefully executed by Alpha. The screw-down crown is signed with the Alpha logo, and has two positions. The first position, when you pull the crown out, changes the date. This watch doesn't have a date on the dial, but the movement itself does. So there is a date wheel behind this dial, and Alpha opted not to show it. But as you turn the crown, you can feel the date ticking over behind the dial. When you pull it out to the second position, then that adjusts the time. The clicks are very distinct, and the lack of crown guards mean that the crown screws in and out with ease. It doesn't really bind up against the crown guards that you would see on dive watches and things like that. The bracelet is probably the biggest con for these watches. The 36mm version came on a stainless steel bracelet too, but I put it on this strap as I thought it went well with the watch. On the 39mm version, I have left the bracelet on. The clasp is signed and is sturdy and feels secure, but the bracelet links feel a bit stiff and of poor build. The end links are hollow, and the bracelet tapers down to around 15.6mm. Both watches have a flat sapphire crystal and feature 50 meters of water resistance. Surprisingly low ratings for watches with screw-down crowns, but there we go, nothing we can do about that. The caseback is also signed with the Alpha logo and feature the words stainless steel, water resistant and automatic, as well as the numbers 369X-136-200. One thing that Alpha have done excellently here is the quality of the dial. There are no blemishes or bits of dust under the dial that you would find so commonly in these cheaper Homage brands, but Alpha have produced a very clean dial, so kudos to them. So in terms of pricing, both watches can be purchased for €107. That is roughly around 91 British pounds or 125 US dollars. And for this price, I think you would be getting an excellent watch. It seems to be well built with a sturdy clasp. Bracelet could be a bit more comfortable, but it's not the end of the world. I would definitely have no problem recommending this watch to anyone. And here we have the lume on the watches now. Everything is loomed on the watch, the markers, the hands, and the 3, 6, and 9 numerals. They glow quite bright for a brief amount of time, but they do fade very quickly, as is often seen with these Homage watch companies. I've just used my phone to torch it up, the torch on my phone to light them up, and again, yeah, they glow bright for a little while, but they do fade very quickly, so I wouldn't be relying on this if you're in a dark environment for a long time and you need to check the time. this Lume isn't going to last that long. So here is what the first watch looks like on the wrist. This is the 36mm version, and I actually prefer this watch. Now, I know the 39mm is actually more suited to my wrist, but I think the 36mm is better because the handsets are the same size on both watches, so it suits the 36mm better. It stretches further up the dial. It's just more compact, and I think it looks better in my personal opinion. And here we have the 39mm version. Now again, I think this case size is better suited to my wrist. But again, if I bring the 36 in here, you can see that the minute hands seem to stretch, and the second hands seem to stretch just that smidgen further, and I think that looks better on the watch itself. Personally, I prefer the seconds hands and the minute hands when they reach the track on the outside of the dial. But in terms of actual case size, I think the 39mm suits me better. Again, as I said, the clasp is very secure. Bracelet, not the most comfortable, but again, size-wise, it is absolutely perfect. So there we have it, guys, a look at the Alpha Explorer in both 36 and 39mm. I hope you have enjoyed this review, guys. If you did, please do hit that subscribe button. It really would help out the channel a lot. I hope you all have a great week and weekend, and I will see you again very soon. Until then, take care for now, guys.